so much explosive playmaking. I think the ease of execution for this Waybo comp is significantly better than top esports. I mean, the top matchup and duelist here. So Arha losing half his HP. Same thing here with Elk. They might just continue to go for this.
Arha with the Hex Flash, but it's JJ around the corner.
Jachi!
Surprise! Here comes the miss. JJ tries to flash on top of Jachi, and he gets first blood before falling to Elk.
Oh, this is a massive wave, though, going over to the Misfortune just off this wave. JJ's not going to even play for it. Let's just try to kill the Ezreal with no flash, no barrier. Why not?
From Fong looking for Elk. He still has a flash. He is waiting for it until the very last moment. Nio flashes in, but good Dredgeline pulls it back. Ensures that Elk can survive. He's still level 5, but he has the range advantage now. Patient play from Waybo Gaming gives them the edge, and they get another 2 kills for their trouble.
I cannot believe that top esports actually... Oh, Jachi, we're doing this?
One more auto attack, he just needs it, but Arha is body blocking the Mystic shots. Jachi cannot find the revenge kill. JJ still not level 6, but an empowered auto attack route into the fist. Waybo Gaming are off to the races.
That is an amazing start here for Waybo Gaming. I mean, you're up 2,000 gold. You've set this bottom lane up for massive success. 369's going to try to hit this 1v1. There's the Mbessa ult to spend just as much time as possible. Gets him to survive. I really want to take a look about Orianna Azir. It's this constant talking point of Azir ultimate forces out Orianna Flash.
Wow.
And they've done nothing of the sort. Now it's them finding Cream.
Holy full send it, double point and click ultimates into the shockwave with that Luden's Echo first item spike. Good night to Cream's Azir. And Fong Yue can't do anything about it other than pop the ulti to you. It feels like Waybo Gaming made that super expensive play, and it's not going to be punished. It's something that top esports can't really play around. I mean, Cream dodges down the Dredge line, but JJ is looking for the Vault Breaker. Doesn't tag him, but Elk is just running him down thanks to the movement speed on this kit. And Waybo Gaming are just punishing, looking for play after play. Nio and Fong Yue might be able to get something on the Xiaohu, but he has a flash available. He should be relatively safe. Unless he face it.
Xiaohu.
Oh boy, Fong Yue does have ultimate, so they should be able to pull this dive. Shockwave onto 2, stalls it for a little bit, but Fong Yue was taking turret the whole time, and that's easy peasy.
And continuing that, you know, another secondary win condition for them outside of the draft advantage as we've illuminated.
And Elk can just pick up this mid wave. Cream is trying to at least get a plate for his troubles. Will not be able to knock out the turret completely. Rift Herald is up for the taking. A majority of top esports members are there grouped on it, but Xiaohu's gonna get first brick before they can even use that Rift Herald to knock down a turret themselves. So once again, Waybo Gaming ahead on the map.
Top esports, because you now have a multitude of the grubs, and you also have the Herald. So how are we going to accelerate the gold? Blast Cone here from Cream.
Doesn't send it quite yet. Fong Yue flash onto Elk. He wants to wait for his flash, but the barrier has already been expended.
All right.
And Elk gets shut down. Decent shockwave onto 2, but Nio blocks any incoming damage with that Crescent Guard. Arha tries to flash away, but he gets interrupted on the knockup. Well done by Fong Yue, being able to clip him out of the dredge line. Xiaohu and JJ are the last 2 members standing. There's no objectives for them to take, but that feels like such a relief for top esports.
Yeah, that was a very, very creative angle there. This game, with all of these turret plates left in the game, you might be able to go to a side lane, get Cream a ton of gold, get Jachi a bunch of gold, and then suddenly you're going into what could potentially be a 3rd or 4th dragon fight with on par gold to your lane opponent. So I don't necessarily hate the early game now that we've gotten top esports to get 3 grubs on top of this. I just need them to now deliver on this, because this has been a little bit problematic. We're seeing a teleport come through.
Cream has a long trek to go. There's no turret, but flashes away from the public execution. Fong Yue punts away 1 member. Elk walks up, ready to down smash with the bullet time. Cream is caught inside that cone. Fong Yue trying to body block as much as he can. And so far, it's turning out pretty damn well. Successful for top esports. And the rest of the members are ready to group on up. JJ takes a blast cone, tries to jump on Nio. The Rift Herald's walking away. Nio's trying to flash
Nio!
To save himself. He flashes in with the audacious charge. The Crescent Guard cannot block too much more because Xiaohu was inside the circle. You could see the thought process, but he was just too far away.
It's like, please, come back to me. Come back to me. Oh, there's actually a kill in mid lane. Oh, okay. Thank you to our observers. Picture in picture, we get to see Jiaqi take the 1v1 versus Xiaohu on this.
A little bit more confident, but if I'm wrong, then might be jungle diff. Anyway, we're 20 minutes into the game. Baron has spawned. Arha is in a world of trouble. He's inside the dragon pit, and Jed just deciding whether he wants to bail out his support here. And he says, yeah, I can't save you. I don't know how that happened, but Nautilus is gone for this dragon.
Yeah, so Weibo just say, you know what, let's not fight this right now. We have a 2-item Orianna. She's going to take an entire turret on top side. This will stop the dragon stacking win condition we're softly starting to get around here for Weibo. At least Top Esports will gain 1 turret, but I think the trade that they are making on the opposite side for Weibo is decent
Little crowd from Waybo Gaming that gives them some semblance of vision. Nio might be caught here, pops the Crescent Guard, Jeje, pops the engage, looks for the cease and desist right on top. Shockwave, nicely done by Xiao, who waits until the Crescent Guard pops before expending the burst. Jungle and support duo down, and that Baron looks freed.
I just want to look at the minimap right now. Like, Azira's just now hitting the top wave, and Mordekaiser is bottom lane. My Ezreal is hitting the mid wave. We're never fighting for this objective. Teleport comes in from Mordekaiser. This seems like it's going to be an in and out play for Top Esports.
Maybe 369 can take one to Brazil with him, but doesn't get in range. Finally finds the death realm, but Chachi is getting blown up on the other side of the fight. Cream is now completely zoned off just by Arha alone, and 369 doesn't find a single member. I think this one is looking pretty chalked up. Cream might be able to escape here, but Waybo Gaming have a 5,000 gold advantage, 2 dragons to the name.
Struggle bus for them to try to take some of these last tier 2s that Top Esports do have, but you're strong enough. You've got Baron minions now.
Waybo Gaming walk up as 4 while Jeje clears the bottom side quadrant jungle. 2 plates already gone, a 3rd one should follow suit soon, and Top Esports, all they can do is watch from afar as this tier 2 turret will be felled without any contest. We have another dragon spawning in 1 minute and 34
Let's not even go for the dragon right now. Let's try to play for these top sides and maybe even get this flash away from these here.
There it is! 2 flash from Jeje. Doesn't even wait for the Vault Breaker to finish the animation. Snap cast decision making.
All of this. He has 20 seconds before he respawns. He'll be up in time for the dragon. And now Weibo, they'll use their Baron recalls after they take this top tier 2. And Fungyue might just try to use the blast cone to put him into a really good flank position. Both the supports no longer able to get in.
3K.
Low.
Dragon is stalled for now. They're trying to pressure for it. Shockwave only onto Fungyue. Pops the ultimate for the damage reduction. Bullet time is going to burn it down. Jeje secures it. Clutch with the smite. Top Esports, do they want to continue the fight? Crescent Guard is popped. Cream looks for the Ember's Divide, but the buffer by the Jeje cease and desist. Fungyue sends him for another pulverize in the back line, but all for naught. The rest of Top Esports backline just cannot do enough damage. Nio tries to send it for the Hail Mary, but Elk still reigns supreme on the Rift. And game 1 is looking wrapped.
Wow. Perfect play coming in. I mean, we talked about it from the draft, right? If Top Esports have to walk in to an Orianna and a set up Mbessa and Misfortune, you're just never breaking them as a frontline. With the composition that we've drafted for ourselves, Weibo look completely untouchable here in game number 1. They have a 10,000 gold lead. They're on soul point. The battle over mid seems fine. Fungyue is in a decent flank, but it might be too late, honestly. And Cream has to teleport to this play.
He's spotted. 369 pulls 1 into the death realm. Fungyue is trying to choose his moment to go in. Bullet time is about to evaporate them all. Cream just went in way too early. 369 goes golden. There's a knockup from Fungyue, but who's going to supply the damage? Chachi is firing tiny little nails that don't do jack squat. Zika's going to zone him off completely, and the rest of Waybo Gaming can now run this minion wave in for the game win.
You cannot teleport in the face of Waybo Gaming. Congratulations, Top Esports. You've now cemented that this game is going to be going over to Weibo. You don't even get the red buff for your troubles. An amazing team fight taken by Waybo Gaming, and please don't do this. Nope. If Jeje fails that smite...
up for another 30-45 seconds, but he is quite fed, he is quite strong, and they're just going to send it cease and desist on Nio, and they... Oh my goodness! They ferry into Jachi using Nio as a springboard, and there's now no Ezreal. Cream is free hitting on the other side, but can he actually hit any viable targets here? 369 pulls one into the death realm, but is he winning that fight? It doesn't really look like it, and Elk is still alive, by the way, so he picks up a triple kill for his troubles, and Waybo Gaming find the ace here at 30.5 minutes. Game 1 finally done and dusted.
I think that is the most beautiful play that I have seen from Weibo all split long. Just perfect crowd control layering, using the ultimates from both Elk and from Zika to get right on top of this Ezreal. Beautiful stuff. Weibo are going to take this at a 30-minute game with a 14,000 gold lead.
Waybo Gaming off to a hot start here in our best of 5.
I love Weibo's composition for this kind of game.
And even then, if Nefiri gets access to the Cassiopeia, I'm curious if you can on the bot lane. I'm in love, man. This is just awesome gameplay from Jeje, and he's gonna return back. He's not level 6 quite yet, but they know that there is no flash. He's gonna flash right on top of Fangway. First blood for Jeje's Nocturne.
He says, "Give me that. You're playing Elk. You're playing Jhin, okay, brother?"
The dragon Nio is waiting in the banana brush, not spotted.
Able to be seen. Bot lane can't even walk up because Arha is completely zoning this side of the fight. And they have wait, yeah, you just go.
Immediate paranoia onto the flashless Nami. That Nami is cooked, but Niles responds, finds one on the Jeje, gets revenge for everything that has happened, and Elk will fall next. Nio waits for his moment, and he strikes back with a vengeance felt by junglers everywhere that get their camp stolen all early game.
Who cares that he even dies for that play? Way cheap to try to finish this item. And I want to see what Cream is going to do in this game, because I do think that his side laning has been more improved as we've seen him be on this top esports roster from 2024. Seeing Zika just try to trade, you're into Cassante, I don't even know why I bothered. Nocturne is coming potentially. Side lane plays are very easy for top esports because not only can Nefiri be super mobile, but Realm Warp is super, super good for that.
Now 369 just went all out. Now flashes once the lights were turned out.
Oh
and
my
it
god.
Might be his lights going out. Zika's forced to go under the tower to chase him under, but he flashes before the last turret shot could connect. Well played by the Waybo Gaming jungle top duo.
Realm Warp potentially here for Cream. He's gonna get spotted as soon as he crosses this barrier. This is a little close to the turret.
Cream.
I don't like this.
Oh, Cream. He's looking for Zika, but he has the blast shield. Cream cannot get the job done, and Jeje is able to body block the incoming runes from Top Esports.
I never thought that I would call Rai. He has no Realm Warp, and there's a mid-wave, right? And Xiaohu and Arha are playing the River Brush.
Elk might be far, but he does have curtain calls, so he has some time to look for and engage. But Wade was saying, you know what? Let's not go for it. We'll let them have the dragon. Elk gets guaranteed touch on this.
Potentially going to be a way for Top Esports to answer, which is go to make side lane plays, then go and rotate back in. Now, Xiaohu is a little far up.
Tidal wave in the bubble, but paranoia for the reinforcements. Jeje forcing the flash out of Feng Yue, still gets speared up and gets locked down for the kill. Xiaohu running down Jachi with the twin fangs and a Noxious blast, and Jeje finishes him off.
I thought he was a little bit far up, but it turns out that when Nocturne is within 1,500 units of you, you're never really alone. You're always going to have that distant pen pal available. Let's see if they can make a play onto Zika. Still no TP or flash. I think we're just stealing camps where we can, and this is gold into Cassiopeia's pockets. You got those kills for yourself.
Ooh, counterplay. Xiaohu, he might have stayed on this minion wave a little too long, because Sante's coming in. Wow, they really wanted to make sure that Xiaohu did not get out of this one alive. That will give free push, though, to Zika on the top side. Can he get...
And we kind of go back to some of these standard lanes. At least their laning opponents are going to face off against each other. Nefiri and Nocturne are here. I wonder if our top laners are going to try to get a little bit busy.
369, half HP, Zika close to it, 369 flashes away, now trying to back him up, but he can't see, so he can't target anyone, and he just realizes that 369 is not getting bailed out this time, especially since Xiaohu committed a teleport to the play. Nio will have to let this turret fall while Cream is pushing on the top side. Nio gets flashed on as Zika is running him down with the Flame Spitter. This hot dog almost got roasted.
So Cream gets some plates topside. Mid lane, it seems like Jachi and Feng Yue are starting to put a little bit of damage down, but This is just going to be our mid laners trading plates for plates on opposite sides. Now this Rumble TP makes it a little less good for top esports. Sorry for my language, the very, very basic there in that instance, but sometimes you just got to reach for the easy answer.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. The fact that Zika had his teleport saved when 369 expended it on that very expensive play bites top esports in the behind. We have Rift Herald still available for the taking. Top esports trying to bleed their forces into the top side and punish Zika. I don't know if it's going to be possible.
Oh, Glasscone's going to save JJ here. Arha.
Okay.
Engaged upon, has to flash out, very important. We have Herald still up, and Cassante no TP to join here. Especially with just having this Jhin, the Deadly Flourish is so good.
Tidal Wave already used, but Jeje's into the backline, gets chunked,
oh my.
And the Nefiri Daggers puts an end to his life, but Nio is caught, and Waybo Gaming trade jungler for jungler. Might not be enough for them to feel confident about taking the Herald, and Cream has to be answered.
I was not at all expecting Jhin to get burst out like this. Tidecaller's Blessing, he gets knocked up. Oh my god. Tidecaller's Blessing on Nefiri, plus the Darking Daggers bleed, double Q. It just disappeared. Okay, my bad. I was unfamiliar with the amount of damage that would have done there, but 2-item Nefiri, hell of a drug. This is going to be the Dragon started here for top esports. 0 contest from Waybo Gaming. Rafa, that play by itself with the kill and the turrets, that might have actually just gotten top esports back in.
Yeah, it was a big swing for top esports.
So there is going to be a window of time here. It's about a minute where Cream is going to have finished his Rod of Ages, has already the Seraphs completed, and now Jatchi is also done with Trinity Force plus Muramana. So this is a very big spike for top esports.
JJ pulls the trigger onto Nio and forces the flash out. Jatchi forced the Valkyrie away from the tether of Arha. Deadly Flourish did connect onto Nio, but way too far away to follow up on properly. Waybo Gaming burning a lot of flashes here, or at least one out of Nio. Still about 2 minutes and 40 seconds before the next dragon of the game spawns, but it is good to try and cycle these summoner spells while they have the chance.
You could see that Weibo, they're way too invested on the mid wave, and Cream is just constantly squeezing waves. It's always a plate here in top side, another wave in the top lane. So he is gaining a very big advantage. He has 40 CS up over this Cassiopeia at 21 minutes.
Zika pops the Rift Herald here while top esports are dancing in the river with the other members of Waybo Gaming.
Zika!
Poke being traded. Oh, Zika wants to run them over! Fast and furious, he goes in for the 2-man knockup! Someone call an ambulance because there are corpses on the ground and there is a madman on the loose. Zika able to ram into the turret. Equalizer over the top as well. Oh no, Fongyue is going to get burned down to the Liandry's Torment, barely survives, but the siege might just be good enough for Weibo Gaming to take out the tier 1 turret as Jeje's threatening on the right side, has Paranoia available a second time in this fight. 369 and Cream trying to hold it as long as possible, just one more auto attack. Petrifying tries to block it and Cream steps too far forward. The tier 1 turret finally falls and Weibo Gaming get there.
Look at where Cream is on the minimap. He is nowhere near this play. He is kind of the big part of the gold lead here for top esports with how ahead he is. Go catch out Zika, that's great. You have 40 seconds before Dragon, you need to make this snappy.
It was a teleport exhausted by 369 to make this pick happen. Nothing more will be burned by Zika, just accepts his fate. He will be back up on the Rift in 43 seconds time, which will be more than 20 seconds before this next dragon spawns. Waybo Gaming, and they're going to have to put in some heavy lifting when it comes to vision control to make sure that they can still get first walk into this river. But Jeje trying to wait for an unsuspecting member. Paranoia on the 2. Deadly Flourish connects. Good night, Chachi and Fongyue. What an excellent response from Waybo Gaming to find the bot lane before the dragon spawns.
You're just too far up, and who cares about the dragon? We're going for Baron. We have Cassiopeia on this objective. 2 members dead on top esports. Take the free objective. Top esports, though, it seems like they want to try to contest. Honestly, why don't we just trade for Soul Point? I don't think you lose the game for the next 2.5 minutes. They're going to try and flip it now.
This could be tricky. They are taking a lot of damage from this Baron, and the armor and the MR is going to be shredded. Cream and Nio with 369 might be able to pull off a miracle here. It's a 3 versus 5. 3,000 HP. Nio goes in with the ultimate. Goes in the W. 2,000 HP. Nio steals the Baron under Jeje's nose in a 3v5. 369 is holding the line. Might go down, but he goes down a hero. able to even take out
Esports,
JJ.
some creative pathing, yes, but almost trying to make some unforced errors occur here in this one. That is a super tricky play for them to go for.
I've seen some God Smites from you, but that was very, very bold.
No,
and JJ
brother.
wants to send it now onto a 369 Cassante. Ain't no way he's going down anytime soon. And Waybo Gaming now find themselves here on the back foot.
Who is matching Cream at this point in terms of damage? He is almost 300 CS at 26 minutes. It is incredible to watch this guy play this champion right now. Seeing another play happen in mid, but there's just no damage. Look at how tanky 369 is. And we wanted to see Cream step up big time. This is a huge series if he can make it happen.
Realm Warp?
Doesn't even use the Realm Warp. Fakes them out.
Still pushing on the top side. Who's going to answer Cream? Waybo Gaming are being pulled apart at the seams, and Top Esports are running their pockets right now when it comes to map play. Xiaohu finally answers with Arha, trying to weave between both top and mid lane, but the Baron empowered minions are doing all the heavy lifting. They're doing all the work here, and the siege is just so beautiful from Top Esports.
We've seen gold leads be very tenuous this season. Zika is spotted on this flank.
They turn the lights out. Where does the equalizer go? Tries to cut off one escape route.
Oh,
JJ goes down, has the GA for the pop, but everyone from Top Esports has disengaged beautifully. They can now reposition and look for a re-engage. Cream is coming. He's looking for the Room Prison tidal wave. Looks to find the ball. Petrifying Gaze holds Cream at the front line, but they still have to retreat. Empowered Shield from Karma keeps them all alive, but Elk is the first one to bite the dust, and Top Esports going to push this into the base. How much more can they get?
They're going to back off after this inhibitor. They also have another wave top lane. Maybe thought 369 was going to recall and try to TP back in. Very little for Weibo to do. I thought maybe Cassiopeia would have something to do this game, but we're not chewing through 369, and we're not definitely beating these guys now.
Quick flash out of 369, finds the Q3 on the Zika. Equalizer comes down, but it's only tagging a couple targets. The rest of the backline from Top Esports are relatively safe. Already a 5-on-4 in favor of Top Esports, and 369 has a teleport to rejoin the fray.
They're just completely controlling the lanes. I loved what Top Esports have put together here in this game. They've been really on top of making side lane plays multiple times, trying to pick out either Zika or Xiaohu. That was exactly what we wanted to see with a draft like this. Now again on mid.
Engaged onto the back line. Feng Yue and Jati are the targets, but the response from Nio and Cream save Feng Yue's life. They cannot take back Jati, but they will take everything else from Waybo Gaming. Elk and Arha are forced to watch their entire top side die.
Power and attack power, like, this is way too much damage for Top Esports to deal with. And even if that number isn't right, you still get 3 Infernal Dragons and a Soul. Really lack the ability to do anything with this Cassiopeia, and JJ plus Zika has not done very much here. I've been quite disappointed with some of the team fights we have seen from this team.
I mean, we talked about it before. If Nocturne is on ahead of the curve and starts to fall behind, this champion does no damage, cannot threaten a backline, unlike a Nefiri when she is this fed. This bot lane inhibitor tower starting to get pressure now by Top Esports, almost losing 3 plates in one push. Waybo Gaming doing everything they can to clear out these minion waves, but the Baron empowered cannon minions did a lot of work, and Cream is now pressuring from the inside track in mid lane.
Inhibitor is going to be respawning in 4 seconds in mid lane, but you're going to be losing all across the base. Weibo, we have to do something. Baron is up for another minute here. At some point, you have to draw the line. It seems like it's going to be their Nexus turrets in which Weibo are going to try to mount a defense.
JJ got his GA back, so it's now or never. Top Esports try to close out the game right here. Already a lot of damage into Elk's health bar, down to nearly 50% HP. Trying to see if he can step up safely for a bullet in the chamber, but with Collector, Rapid Fire, and Last Whisper, I don't know how much damage he is realistically putting out. JJ sends it, looks for Feng Yue, doesn't kill him, and his GA is gonna pop in the middle of all 5. Curtain Call at the ready, trying to fend them off for now. Finds 1, but can he find all 5? Xiaohu doing everything he can to defend his base, but Nio sends it with the ultimate, and Top Esports will push Elk back right into their waiting arms.
I think that Top Esports are going to be super dangerous if we go late, but Weibo have all the makings and champions to get them through an early game. Jarvan Talia combo, you move into this, see if he can continue the lane pressure, especially if they can trap Jacci and Feng Yue in this bottom lane. You could be really, really dangerous here. Nio.
Nio might have found JJ in the river, knowing that this Jarvan does not have flash. He's got an EQ flag, swag drag, tries to get out. Arha trying to body block for him. The flash from Nio with the common spear, but not enough damage. He can't get around the wall. Arha picks up first blood. He's gonna give his life for the greater cause, but ensures that his jungler makes it out alive.
Very precarious.
Normally, if you set up Dominus, that means you're trying to get lane prio for grubs, but JJ is on the bottom side of the map. I don't know if Nio knows that JJ is here. He looks for the Grand Starfall into Elk. There's quickness from Fengyue, charges up his bot lane, and JJ just cannot react fast enough. We've got Devil teleports in from the mid laners. Xiaohu tries to look for the seismic shot, forced to flash away, but he's snagged by Cream's charm and dies where he stands.
That's a very deep teleport there from Xiao. They don't know.
They don't see him.
They don't know he's here. He's sticking against the wall.
1600, they see the jungle pad. He goes in, EQ flag and drag, forces him out, gets the dragon. Yoink, thank you for the leash, buddy. And the first dragon goes over to Weibo.
He's still got a lot of those kills. They're going to long chase here. Elk has his ultimate coming up in 5 seconds. They're going to instead move away from this. Despite they already in position, and we might even see a Weaver's Wall come out, but what can Weibo do?
Temper Fate sidestepped by Jotchi as he go transit. Oh! JJ steals it at 113 HP! 100% smite rate on the dragon so far, and Nio's in a world of trouble, gets dunked by JJ. Zika on the flank, slicing, dicing, and Matter make Top Esports run for the hills. They lose everything.
Not Fengyue, sorry, Nio. When your turret is going down very soon, while all this is happening, Weibo's also getting themselves the Herald. I do think that Top Esports have really spent their turn on the map and are losing out big time.
Cream gets locked down by the Tempered Fate. The Cannon Barrage kills the entire minion wave. Can Arha and Xiaohu finish off Cream? Doesn't look like it. They would have to wait for another minion wave, or if Arha can connect another Cosmic Binding, doesn't find it. Cream escapes thanks to the help of 369.
Weibo are making really good use of this Bard, roaming around the map and just providing pressure. Because Top Esports went for 2 plays back-to-back, they lost the Dragon, and then they lost this fight around the top side. It's expensive, right? We're going to keep using this word. You're going to lose out on tempo around the map, and now you're giving over gold leads to a team that can try to look early. 369 still has flash.
JJ's trying to force the flash out of him before he commits the Cataclysm. Just takes a huge chunk of damage out of his health bar. And he doesn't even get a chance to pop the barrel to clear the minion wave, so this turret is just going to fall in favor of Waybo Gaming.
Xiaohu's getting a ton of gold. Just got 2 plates top lane and gets this entire turret on bottom lane. I will feel very good if I was this Talia right now. And now playing on the bottom side of the map, just getting vision a minute and a half before the dragon. I love these setups for Weibo. This has been just textbook League of Legends, I think, for this competition, despite some of now Top Esports have to answer complete fog of war for what is going to be a dragon soon.
Oh, potential face check from Nio, gets knocked up, and Fengyue goes in, a little desync from the rest of his team, trying to just buy space, but takes more than 50% of his HP as damage. Cannon Barrage was expended, but Zika holds the line on the left flank, and Top Esports cannot get into the river. That's the 3rd Dragon 1 for Weibo Gaming.
And that could have gone a lot worse if Fengyue had not used Mikhail
to outplay, to force out spells, and they want to force a trap onto Zika's Renekton.
No stun
369 steps up. Here comes the cavalry. Zika's running over and just flashing for the right side, but there's Fengyue over there as well. Can Weibo Gaming bail out Zika? They throw the Tempered Fate down, but I don't know if that really does much except delay the inevitable, but it does buy them time in the mid lane.
And the Herald here for Weibo gets them the mid-tier 1. I mean, Ari's going to be able to push on sides. This will force Talia and a response from Weibo. Also now gets a second item here for 369. Not all that bad. Very strange play, though, with how much they invested to try to make that happen here.
Whoa, Jotchi forced to use the ultimate and dash away from the Chain of Corruptions, and Fengyue tries to bail out his AD carry. Jotchi flashes forward out of the Cataclysm, takes out Arha, forces Elk to flash as well. JJ running for the hills, Xiaohu able to at least zone them off. Jotchi, boy oh boy, he was ready to tango.
He uses ultimate, immediately
dashes.
dashes.
Did not want to burn the TP unless he has a flank angle, but he's spotted on mid-wave. Fengyue has to get around on this left side. Xiaohu is making sure that Cream can't get in on the right side. Nio's going to brute force it through onto JJ. Nio gets the cleanse from the Mikhails off the Chain of Corruptions. Cream finds Xiaohu on the backside. It's Elf that is under fire. Nio in the middle of all of them. 369 pumping the damage, and Chachi is running the map. Top Esports are
got
somehow
this.
finding their way through the fight. They secured the dragon, they're securing the body bags, and Waybo Gaming have lost it all.
That is a who is supposed to be this big frontliner for the team with the TP, shield, and with his dominance.
Ensured that Elk had no protection from this Talia on his entrance. And now Top Esports with Baron buff in hand can try and make the siege happen. Jetja is going to face check into darkness onto Fongyue. Shafu's trying to cut off their retreat path. He just finds Chachi. Point blank seismic shove. Good night to the Yunara. And Cream teleports in just to flash away. Cataclysm locks down Fongyue. Able to use the grand entrance to escape, but Nayo is caught in the pit. He's caught in the cage, and Jetja and Zika take him out in one fell swoop. Just like that, when you thought the Top Esports had control, Waybo Gaming fight right back.
Good picks coming on from Weibo, keep them here.
Top Esports back at it again with the sieging game, but Cream gets caught by another seismic shove, gets blown up, and all the stonks from the Dark Seal are evaporated. Arha forced to flash away from Chachi, but he's fighting a 1v4. Can't even finish off Arha. As 369, the last thing that he can possibly do is just push on the bottom side of the map with this Baron buff. Takes a tier 2 turret for his troubles. Top Esports starting to crumble here.
Yeah, that is a very costly mistake because now we have just used our Baron to get a single turret in bot lane and nothing else after that. It's good for 369, now 3,000 gold up, but you've lost access to the mid-wave, and we're constantly making it significantly easier for Weibo to play on side lanes right now. Baron finally goes down. It's a minus 700 Baron here from Top Esports. We're gonna see if they can get Xiaohu, see if they can maybe squeeze him. He has no flash for the next 40 seconds.
Looks for the stun. Can he set up the 369 barrel? Boom goes the dynamite. Fongyue looks for the quickness grand entrance on the Jet, but Zika comes in with a teleport, and just like that, the Rakan is sent back to the gray screen. Nayo cannot get bailed out by his top laners, just gonna accept the inevitable. There's no objectives to play for another 45 seconds, but the death timers are long enough that it just might make the difference for Weibo to claim their soul.
They want to keep going. Top Esports want to see if they can keep fishing for more kills here. Very strange sequences of events here, Rafa. We try to 369 has all 5 barrels in his back pocket, ready to go, but there's no setup, and now this is a tenuous 5-on-5 standoff.
Xiaohu is even touching mid-wave, saying, hey, Top Esports are kind of taking their time here. We can try and get mid-prio Tempered Fate onto one. Fongyue might be caught out here. Nayo sends it into the back line. Immediate flick back by the seismic shove.
Oh my god, Chachi, what are we...
still alive. 369 flashes for Arha, and Elk into the back line. Xiaohu now getting zoned up by Cream. 3's charged with the Spirit Rush. Nayo about to drop, but he still has GA, and he still doesn't die. Cataclysm locks him down. What is going on in this fight? Waybo Gaming come out on top, and it's still a Waybo Gaming win at the end of it all. They don't even need the damn soul. They can try and push in for the win right here, right now.
Yeah, timers are long enough, and they have a minion wave. They've got 3 grubs. I cannot believe that Weibo win this game from that position. Chachi went into melee range of all the members of Weibo Gaming, and that right there is how we're going to end game number 3.
Weibo Gaming say, screw your gangplank, we don't care about those barrels. We're ending this one in style. Weibo Gaming will advance to match point.
How?
I totally was just praying that JJ was gonna hit us with the, yeah, I'm about to dome this guy with the Kazakhs, especially after seeing...
And just walk top lane.
Gonna try to put this Scion behind and give Rek'Sai a little bit of an early lift. This is what we talked about before the series started. We want to see Nayo try to break open the assumptions of the game and go for these early plays. That sets up first blood for 369's Rek'Sai.
Beautiful answer.
Nayo skipped his entire blue side quadrant. He is just trying to go and make this game volatile for both of his side lanes. Pillar puts Elk in a bad spot. The cleanse comes out to block the slow, but Nayo doesn't even die. Blinking on sub 30 HP makes the big plays happen for Top Esports.
He had 10 HP when he walked out from turret and only lived because of the Trundle passive healing. That is game-changing for them. Not only is that a kill going over to Top Esports bot lane, but you also just completely end, what is this, 2v2 for Elk and Arha. Thankfully for Weibo, they will get something in
recompense. Thanks to Jachi's hawk shot. Top Esports making very, very efficient use of this Trundle to just impact both side lanes early on, get this objective game rolling for themselves. It's going to be a while before Jeje can really make a powerful response.
It's level 6, though. I like that from Nio. Knows he's probably going to have...
Then it feels terrible. And that is what he is trying to play for right now. They have Twisted Fate ultimate to make a 4-bet. It's 5
Sion!
people on the bot lane! Look at all these fans that want the autographs of Jachie and Feng Yue, and they did not bring enough pans to sign them all. Both of the bodies hit the floor, and Jeje alongside the entire... lane, but he's Sion, it doesn't matter anyway. But Jeje now has his first item with the Profane Hydra. Xiaohu got the first 2 kills as well, so his Rod of Ages is going to come online faster. Xiaohu, though, has Flash and Ignite available. Might be in trouble. Jeje is coming right behind him. Throws down the gold card. Flash from Jeje. Looks for the all-in on the Cream. An immediate flash by the Victor so that he escapes the wrath of Kiana's blade. Nio not able to clean it up, and Xiaohu survives thanks to Jeje.
Yeah, I just think that losing your flash as Victor is very costly, but Twisted Fate has to do the same here. Seeing movement towards the top side. Grubs, one of the best objectives to try to take as this Trundle. You're passive, all the little grubs dying. You basically are permanently healing the entire time you're fighting.
Oh, Lost Chapter and the ultimate popped by Elk. Look at the damage coming out for this 2v2. Encore stops him for now, but the flash forward from Elk guarantees the 2v2 solo win. Waybo Gaming's bot lane pops off, and Jeje is now looking to try to run Nio out of this grub pit. He still has a flash, but this supreme display of talent pushes him into the wall. Jeje types in all chat, jungle gap, and now looking for 369 next as he has the tunnels to make his escape. He's going to get rooted up by the River Q. Thankfully, he's got a tunnel. He makes it out alive.
That is just absolutely amazing here for Weibo. The 2v2 going in their favor. Jachie did not have cleanse, so that Exhaust is just doing so much work. All of this gets multiple grubs, gets the kill onto the Trundle. So now it's like, what did we expend all of those bot lane ganks for? We're doing
Here
it again!
comes the choo-choo train again for the bot lane dive express, and Feng Yue has a one-way ticket back to the fountain. Jachie will fall next.
No!
It's the Avengers bot lane once again. Jeje does fall, taking up too much turret damage on the aggro, and the teleport is coming in. Gold card at the ready for him. Xiaohu decimating smash, tries to interrupt it, mistimes it. 369 still makes the approach.
Can't
tries
get
to
it.
look for the Unburrow onto Xiaohu, and the gold card did time out. Cream, no flash available. Can Zika run him down? No! Cream barely survives with a sliver of HP, and Top Esports finally find the response they needed.
If Top Esports had not been able to find that, I think this game would have been over. Still, they lose the 2v2 in bottom lane with multiple members diving them yet again. I like it here for Weibo because multiple members died on the back end because they tanked so many turret shots. Top Esports are going to get themselves a second dragon. Elk wants to stop this. Jeje's back here. Do they have the damage requisite to be able to make this happen? 369 will push them off, and the dragon's going to reset. I like this here for Waybo Gaming.
Just using their pressure when they can to make sure that Top Esports don't get everything for free. Final chapter pop for the slow 369. Might be in trouble. No flash available on this Rek'Sai. Gonna dodge some damage using the Void Rush. Arrow did connect on the Jeje, stops him in his tracks, and it's all 5 members. This time it's the Top Esports Avengers response. And Elk is gonna be using the skate on. Oh, but he gets clipped by the Encore. Top Esports fight right on back.
Look at what else is happening on the map, though. But now all we're doing is just flipping the bot side matchup and putting Elk and Arha in a great spot to carry this game.
We talked about...
Elk and Arha are going to swap as we do have Herald spawning in a minute and a half. Cream is also spotted on Vision. I don't know if this is a real play. Cream's dead,
a lot of
I
damage.
think.
Xiaohu pops the Destiny Gate, finds Cream, forced to flash away. Jeje on hot pursuit, throws him into the wall with a supreme display of talent. Even clips 369 for his troubles too. And the Arcane Storm is looking pretty weak. 369 not going to last long for this world unless Feng Yue and crew can get in and bail him out. Void Rush at the ready. Will use the tunnel, get stunned up by the gold card. Encore clips onto one member, dodges some damage with the Void Rush, looks for an Unburrow onto one into Elk, but the rest of Top Esports cannot back back him up. Nio just walks forward and at least will prevent this tier 1 turret from falling for now, but it's a massive gold advantage for Waybo Gaming at 13 minutes.
I mean, the flash from Cream there is just not worth it. You try to use that to avoid the ultimate.
Oh!
Chase Xiaohu? What is this game?
Round 2. A challenger has approached and it fizzles out.
Okay. First turret is completed here. It is taken by Jachi in the mid lane because everybody is running top side. We are just trying to make full 5-on-5 plays. Great job from Nio to try to cancel that. Don't know if you're really allowed to do this, but...
Oh! Elk wants to run him out.
Yep, Cream is there. Cream is going to stop that from happening. I just checked on Mimi real quick. She was fine. Maybe a little bit stunned. All right, we've got the Herald. Sure. We're going again.
Dun, 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 dun,
what the?
Xiaohu goes in with the gold card. Elk over the wall. Encore hits no one except Jeje in the backline, but Fong Yue still goes down. They're trying to slow him down. Xiaohu with the flash gold card stuns up the backline. Jeje cannot get over the wall. Cream answers back on the Elk with the arcane storm, and it's not growing up just yet, but Nio on the front line. Here comes another teleport. Here comes more members, and the fight and the chaos continues to rage on. 369 with the knockup. Cream hits them all with the road rage. Someone called ambulance because there was a hit and run on top lane, and Top Esports are answering back with a knockout punch.
All right, I don't care who really wins this game at this point. This has been by far away my favorite match of the season. This is so crazy, so weird. It's just so wacky from these two teams. Second or first? You don't think they can make a lower bracket run?
I said at the very least. Uh-oh, Xiaohu with the Destiny looks to find Cream, who does not have flash anymore on this Victor. The arrow instantly cleanse. That was a Captain Jack cleanse level if I've ever seen one. My goodness, Elk is on point, but Jeje might be run out of his own jungle as he gets jumped on by the 3-man core of Top Esports. Baron is alive for the taking. I don't think either team is in position to take it down.
They've got no damage here. They're just gonna look. Oh, we're going for this. I mean, Elk is already recalled.
Oh, Top Esports, Nio. They're coming. Nio's wrapping around to the right side. Elk, can he outplay this one? Pillar just stops him for now, and they just back.
Whoa,
whoa! It's double teleports are coming in for the solo lanes, and now Elk can go on the offensive. Fong Yue 369 in a world of trouble, and Fong Yue has been isolated and ditched. Top Esports lose out on their support. They lose out on the macro play. Waybo Gaming pull their pants down, and now it's Top Esports that are down a man.
Wait, do they get any more from this, though? Because Dragon spawns in a minute and a half. As long as Top Esports lose nothing else for this play, I'm actually kind of happy about it. You got the teleport plays. They've been way better on side lanes than Weibo in this series.
They might look here. They might look here. Xiaohu's dipping out of vision. Destiny pops. They get blue vision on everyone. They look for Cream first. No flash on the Victor. Supreme just plays.
Oh my god!
Encore stalls the fight for now.
Jachi!
Xiaohu first. Elk falls next. Top Esports are winning the fight. Here comes 369 for the flank. Top Esports are able to overcome Waybo Gaming in the mid lane at their own game. Top Esports can claim the soul. How much more can they get off the map?
What are we doing there? I mean, Top Esports, this newbie 80 carry, he was on RNG last year. He played on FPX as well. And hell, man, he made his name last year trying to be an amazing 80 carry. He steps forward into this Weibo composition, and he stands his ground. He wins the fight for his team. Elk flashes into the Victor, and now you've lost the soul and potentially have opened up a game 5 here in this series.
Hextech soul has been secured though for Top Esports, and you are starting to see the effects of how damning it can be to play against for the side of Waybo Gaming.
This Ashe is getting so much damage now on 3 items. Echoes of Helia, Mikhail's. Who's gonna get ran down in the side lane. Elk is gonna come through just to save the minion wave. Gotta say, I am so impressed. Again, if Top Esports, if they could just fix some parts of their game, I feel like this team would be so much better. But I gotta say, the way that they've manipulated the map, usually that is a hallmark of Xiaohu, but he has been honestly quite invisible for most of this series. Again, the pillar against the Scion, unplayable.
Arrow will be used for good measure just to stop Waybo Gaming from even thinking about a chase, and 369 might not have teleport to redeploy back on the map, but he does have Hextech portals.
Look, 369 living there, that's great. That's a shutdown that doesn't go over, but there's no flash knockup available for Rek'Sai for this upcoming fight. That could be what Weibo used to hopefully protect their backline. I mean, this is 3 item. Oh my god, this is 3 items Zeri. We got a couple items here on Jeje. He had such a big lead in this game. There's the Destiny coming on through.
You get full vision. 369 trying to protect Cream. He steps far forward. Jeje gonna take the portal. Does he have an access to the back line here? But the rest of the top Esports surge on forward. Elk is trying to hold the line here. Jeje trying to figure out how he plays this fight out. They're all near the wall, but they're dancing around it. He doesn't throw out the supreme display of talent just yet. He doesn't have it available. It looks like Xiaohu might be caught by this pillar. Now tries to step forward. Top Esports, all 5 members alive, but they're trying to figure out how to navigate this fight. Jeje now looping back around to the left. Baron starts up once again.
This could be huge though. Elk, no ultimate here. They're gonna give this up. They know the big equalizer is coming up. 55 seconds before Elder. Weibo, if you lose here and you give over the Elder, the game is over.
Jeje's over the wall again.
Jeje.
6K. 5K, they're gonna look to run down Elk. He does not get hit by the arrow,
dead.
but 369 hits him with the void on Burrow. Arha completely left without an Uber driver, gets knocked up next. Jeje has abandoned the Baron as now tries to burn it down. He's super low on HP, but Jeje cannot get there in range. Nio secures the Baron for top Esports, and now Jeje and Xiaohu have to decide, do they want to try to fight here, or do they want to try and survive? Zika is all the way in Narnia on the bottom side of the map. Jeje's trying to survive and get away from 369's grasp. He goes and throws the supreme display of talent onto multiple members there. Tries to buy some space for Xiaohu, flashing away from 369's.
What are we doing?
Slowed by the Hextech Soul. It's pure pandemonium here. Xiaohu finally rejoins with Zika, but I don't know if he's actually safe here. Cream has flash available. Is pondering whether he wants to use it to slow Xiaohu down, but they finally get in range. They knock out the Twisted Fate, and that member is gone for another 48 seconds. Jeje also got dropped in the crossfire by 369's Rek'Sai. Top Esports might just end the game and send us to Silver Scrapes.
Now this would have to be a 3v5 here. Elk, Arha, and Zika, the last bastion before a game 5.
Fong Yue flashed in, misses with the encore, but 369 hits the knockup onto Elk, and Elk cannot save this game! 369 makes it happen! Zika falls next, and Arha's just a cat. He can't do anything! Top Esports will send us the Silver.
I feel so bad for Elk because he has to 1v9 this game, but he has no setup for these takedowns, for these resets. Is it going to be AP Galio? If that is, you're just getting farmed.
Clear Speed is already on the map, ready to potentially influence the spot lane. Summoner Heal popped. Death Sentence connects into the chompers, and Fong Yue just eats it. His approach here, just trying to guarantee that Jacci and Fong Yue can safely push out this lane. Fong Yue still has flash, but walks into the chompers again, but this time the great handshake pulls Arha in, tries to flash away from Jacci, but here comes Jeje, able to push him back. Death Sentence connects onto Fong Yue, now he flashes forward, but Elk is gonna flash after him, picks up the first reset. He's gonna look to run down Jacci, he has the movement speed, one more rocket in the chamber! Elk picks up the double, and Nio cleans it on to Arha, but it's a 3-kill.
Going over to Weibo. I cannot wait to see this replay because we're just gonna have to watch Nio. I would be so mad if I was stopping. What do you mean? He doesn't have a bounty. This guy is 3-0-1. There it is.
Jacci pressing forward. It's the 2 new members of Top Esports trying to turn this one around.
Jacci.
What a great reposition of the Dark Thresh Passage Lantern. Oh my goodness. At least it ends up being a shutdown trade from Jacci. Oh no. Death Sentence.
Whoa, no. That's kind of costly, you know. You lost two plates here for Elk. Also gets 3 grubs, so maybe a little bit more damage onto this turret. He thought that the Death Sentence was going to land. Even if it did, right, there wasn't anybody really to follow. But still, that is a cleanse now taken away. So maybe we could see that get punished.
Still has a flash available, would have to rely on Fong Yue. 369 looking top lane against Zika. Nio, no impale available for another 6 seconds, so Zika is just gonna hold onto his flash and just walks out. Here comes Jeje looking for the response of his own. I don't know if they can lock him down unless he gets another Dark Procession up and ready.
Can't kill the Maiden. That's very good. Give over Heartsteel proc. Nio messed that gank up though because he went out of the brush for just a moment and that gave Zika the visualization that the Skarner was there. And now we've left 369. He has no ult.
JJ can just tank the turret, already popped the ultimate for good measure to make sure that 369 is run out. And another impale goes wide.
No!
And the Super Mega Death Rocket from downtown. Elk hits the mark, picks up his 5th kill, and the reset allows him to pressure Jacci away from the minion wave. Doesn't find the zap, but it's enough damage to keep him pinned. And Nayo could be next. No impale, no way out. JJ takes it up, swags it on out, and collects another tax.
This feels like we are just crumbling under the weight of a Game 5 here. It is not the first one they have played. They played a 5-game series versus Team WE in the play-ins, and they won that one. They played a 5-game series versus JDG in the first round of this playoffs, and they lost that one. Oh, Elk.
Good use of the control ward to stop him from taking the dark passage. Arha might be in trouble, still has flash and summoner heal available. Pops the heal for the movement speed. It's enough for him to get out.
Top Esports lineup. It is much different. This is no longer a team with Kanavi. This is no longer, for this time anyway, a team that has Jackulove. And right now, thanks to the advantage that they're able to gain for themselves, this Kennen can't really do anything. Nayo has, at least consistently here in this game number 5, made a few misplays.
Nice combo. Just
Another
look at Arha
one.
and Elk working hand in hand. Feng Yue flashes out of the Super Mega Death Rocket, but a flash forward from Elk. Looks for one more rocket into the reset, and Xiaohu will join the fray just to make sure that Elk has enough reduction of the damage. But I don't think there's anything that Top Esports can do to stop Waybo Gaming from being able to secure this dragon. Nayo could look for a miracle steal, but that would put him at risk of dying, and that would probably lead to even more consequences. Waybo Gaming are now at Soul Point, already at 17 minutes and 20 seconds.
Not much else to leave there. So, this is usually what we see versus Smolder teams. You give up a lot in the early games so you can have the late game power fantasy of having a dragon that executes a mini Elder at your feet.
He's got it.
25 is completed for Cream, but I just think that the health bars for some of these members on Weibo are too big at this point. The execute is not going to matter. This is not release Smolder, where you just got infinite amount of executes.
Oh, but Elk is saved by Arha. Quick use of the Dark Passage repositions him away from what could have been a great impale from Nayo.
Jacci, no!
Oh, Jacci went way too deep. He tried to be a hero and ends up going down a victim. Top Esports getting run out. Cream in a 1v1 against Zika. Has the Elder execute, but doesn't even matter. If you can't beat the Yorick, it's wrapped up.
I mean, the mid play was just...
This is going to be a massive gold swing now, too. Zika gets the bottom tier.
First year in the LPL. Jacci joined last year as the starting AD carry for RNG. So Nayo barely even started, but had a few games on Rare Adam. Here's Cream. They're getting control of the pit here. Kennen's gonna look for the ultimate.
Top Esports are able to deny Hextech Soul, but Zika's TPing in for the fight. He was pushing on the top side of the map, uncontested. Zika, or 369 coming in, gets
the shield!
Entry. Wait, it's a massive impale! It's a massive Smolder ultimate! Xiaohu with the
enough?
mega knockup on the multiple members. Helk hasn't found a reset yet, finds Jacci. Can he run through the fight? He has the front line for the team. Xiaohu flashes in forward.
They're doing
able to pick up another one, and Elk runs this rip!
Oh!
Cream executes him though, and tries to give one last hope to Top Esports. Zika bonks him in the split push pressure to your advantage.
That has been the issue, though. TES have played a much better side lane game here. You're going to try and go deep for Zika.
Burn Baron.
Feng Yue's just going to flash.
Good use of Dark Procession to keep Nayo locked up. Feng Yue, they want to at least get a kill for their troubles here. They might just get it. It's going to take a while, and the Baron is going to be exchanged for Top Esports, making the 3-man pick onto Zika's Yorick. Will that gamble...
May have stayed way too long. He needs to TP out.
He has flash, he has TP, but does he know that there is a giant chicken man running him down? Taunt does not connect, but the flash blade from Arha locks him in. Super Mega Death Rocket doesn't even get time to connect because Xiaohu...
Even terms. We are at 26.5 minutes. It is 16-7. And there's only a almost...
Zika will try and zone him off and make sure that this Kennen does not get into the fight. JJ bullying off Top Esports. They catch Nayo. They're going to look for the pick. Cream looking for the burst on the Xiaohu. Nayo barely survives, has the shield.
No.
JJ secures the Hextech Soul. Shahu with the Hero's Engines gives JJ a little bit of damage reduction, and here comes the flank from Zika. He's gonna look for Fengwei. Cream all alone, trying to burn them down. He flashes forward, he finds one, but into Elk, he can't do enough, and he dies to one rocket, and one rocket is all that is needed to try and close this one out. Waybo Gaming have 50 seconds before solo lanes from top esports spawns again.
But do they have a minion wave? It looks like they're going to try and brute force this using the Maiden here. Zika still has the TP shield for himself. That's an inhibitor that'll go down. Joshi is up in 15, Fengwei in 20. Can top esports live long enough? Maybe 369 could look for a slicing Maelstrom. They don't know that he's behind.
He's in fog. He has ultimate. Does he have flash? He's going to back off for now. Waybo Gaming get their inhibitor. They back off. There's a portal from Nio, but it's nothing.
Wow. Hextech Soul still goes over to Weibo mid right now. DJ can walk forward. No flash for Cream. It will not be up for this Baron. Going on to Fengwei. Fengwei, what?
Into the hostile takeover, but a quick cleanse, but Elk might just burn. Two Smolder. Mom comes through over the top, but the execute does not follow up. Elk is trying to run away from the fight. Top esports.
369!
369 flash with the slicing Maelstrom. Cuts the ball down. Jen just snagged up to the Impale. Elk is able to clean up 369, but Cream is still alive. But look at Zika. He's pushing on the bottom side. Top esports. If they can stop the ports, Zika can try and end the game. Teleport comes in from Cream. Joshi and Nio have to be careful now. Zika has a massive wave. Can he look for the flank? Can he try and end the game by himself? It's gonna be close. He's just hitting. He doesn't care about Cream. He takes out one Nexus turret, and Zika will back off for now.
Okay, wait, but if Xiaohu dies here, he's just dead at this point. I mean, you just put down the trap. Oh, Jiachi, no. Please, you cannot die here. This is a GA here for Elk. Level 16, Zika stalls the game and prevents a Baron being started.
Make a death rocket?
This kill, no. Jiachi has way too much HP. Rafa, we have one more fight. Baron, not going to be on the cards. An Elder in 1 minute, and there are flashes missing for so many members, but more importantly for Weibo.
Available. Top esports trying to decide whether they want to burn the dragon or they want to force a fight. Zika is pressuring them to now answer the question, do you answer me on the top side or do you play for the Elder Dragon? 369 and Cream will answer Zika. They lock him down with the slicing Maelstrom. Now it's up to Weibo to burn down the Elder Dragon as fast as possible. Zika doesn't die to the execute. 369 doesn't have flash available. He cannot lock him down. The Dark Procession will give him enough time. Cream goes over the wall. The execute will not come through, and top esports cannot get into the pit unless Nio can be a hero.
Come on, brother.
The install import 29,800. JJ clutches the Elder Steel. Nio will face the wrath of the Elder Dragon execute. Flash comes in from Elk. He sees the angle. He sees the resets. Joshi will burn down. A double kill for Elk, and Cream has no more room left to run. 369 over the wall. No flash available. Slicing Maelstrom at the ready, but top esports.
Cream, no!
Members. Cream! One more auto attack. The zap does not connect. He tries to buy space, but Zika can just walk up and ward them off. Elk has a GA in his back pocket.
He's
just
dead!
like that. One more auto attack. He has the GA available. 369 will do everything he can. The Hail Mary.
That's it!
It is not enough. Absolute cinema. Waybo Gaming win.
Weibo, fine.